welcome to Mom Talks. We are continuing our sports safety series. Today we're talking more about the activities you might be doing at your house, like biking, hoverboards, rollerblading, skateboard, scooters. And this is my son Connor. We have voluntold him for the day. And we're here with Brittany from Safety Stop. Brittany, thank you for being with us today.
Of course.
So we're talking about bike helmets or helmets in general that you would wear at your home. So by all means, submit those questions. If you've got them, we're happy to help. But I think maybe where we should start is I brought two of our helmets from home that Connor wears normally when we're scootering. Which one's your favorite right now? That one? Okay, so this one? Okay, so let's show Miss Brittany, and Miss Brittany's going to tell us a little bit more about our helmet and if we're hopefully wearing it right.
Okay, so the first thing is this actually isn't a bicycle helmet. So this
Fail
is
number one.
That's
going
okay.
really well.
That's okay.
It's going really well.
It's really hard. I get this a lot because there's really no like differential when you're at the store, like buying them. They're helmets. They're all together. This is actually a skateboarding helmet, and one of the things is it's shaped a little bit differently. So if you look like at a bike helmet, it has that more like vertical shape that comes down.
Right.
This is more like a rounded one.
Okay.
And if you look at the ventilation, bike helmets are ventilated a lot more than skateboard helmets.
Okay.
So a little more closed off. So you can wear a skateboard helmet if you're skateboarding.
Okay.
Or doing things such as that.
Are you a skateboarder yet?
No.
No.
And skateboard helmets fit very similarly. There's typically not anything to adjust. It needs to be the correct size. There's not a lot of room to adjust that. The real things you can only adjust on these is the sides. Connor, can you look at that wall for me, buddy? So these should always come to a Y or a V below their ears, just like on when you wear a bike.
Okay, so almost at that corner of the jaw.
Yes, that's how that should go. And then whenever you guys tighten under their chin, it should be nice and snug.
Okay.
So that's how those.
And this one has no, so I can fit two fingers in there.
Yeah,
Is
so
that...
this one, it's okay. It's a little bit big. I can fit my hand behind his head.
Okay.
So this one would be too big for him.
A little too big.
Yes.
Like if you shook your head, it'd probably fall off. All right. So maybe not quite yet. How about our Ninja Turtle helmet?
This is also a
skateboard
helmet.
Yes, because of those holes.
Yes, and the difference is skateboarding helmets are meant to withstand multiple blows and things like that.
Okay.
And because you're at a different height and you're using something different, there's different crashes that they're tested for. So
Got it.
They're to withstand multiple blows, where a bike helmet is to withstand one like extreme blow.
One and done.
Yes.
Okay. How's that one feel? Does that one feel tighter?
A little.
And that's the same thing. There's nothing else to adjust other than those points on his ears.
The bottoms of his ears and under his chin. Yes,
yeah.
Correct.
It feels smooth.
It feels smooth.
Yes, that's another thing about skateboard helmets is they're typically smooth and rounded.
A dome versus kind of this angular, make extra speed maybe.
Yes, those are for higher impact crashes.
Higher impact crashes. All right, well let's have Miss Brittany actually show us how a helmet fitting works when you come to Safety Stop. First things first, how do we get to Safety Stop?
Safety Stop. So we have 4 locations, and you have to make an appointment.
Okay.
So we're appointment-based. It's always a free service.
Okay.
But you do make an appointment. We're out at Progress West in O'Fallon, Missouri. We're here at the Specialty Care Center off of Mason 40. We're down at Children's Hospital on Kings Highway, and we're at the Magic House as well.
Okay, and that phone number to call for an appointment?
It is 314-454-KIDS.
Perfect.
And then
she calls
press
herself
3.
a lot, obviously. Oh, yeah, I think we have a question.
Yes. My son has trouble wearing child sizes in hats and helmets. Is there any danger in him wearing adult sizes as long as it fits properly?
Oh, that's a
good question.
I'll throw this out there. Connor has a huge noggin, don't you? Don't we always?
Yeah.
What do we call you when you stand in front of the TV and block it?
Big head.
Big head.
Big head Fred.
Sure, big head Fred.
That's what Dad calls me.
That's what Dad calls you. That's a great question though, because yeah, Connor is wearing like adult size baseball hats and things like that. So is there a difference between a kid size helmet and an adult size helmet?
So protection wise, they're the same. So it's okay to be using an adult size helmet. You want the one that fits your kid. So kind of ignore if it says like, this is adult, this is toddler. Quite honestly, this is an adult medium, and that's what fits Connor. So it is okay. We actually carry adult sizes because once they get past the toddler size, past the extra small and the extra small, they are adult helmets. So they might be deemed toddlers in the store, but technically they're adult sizes.
And I think it's important to note too, if you want an appointment with Brittany or Libby or any of the awesome team members here at Safety Stop, you can bring in your own at-home helmet and they will adjust and fit them. But we also sell them here.
Yes, yes. So it's a free service to get your helmet fitted. We don't charge anything for that, but you can buy a helmet here, like this one. We sell them year round for $11, but come April 1st to May 15th, they're only $5.
They're only $5.
Yes.
very cheap way to keep your kids noggin safe.
Yes.
Because we all know the dangers of not wearing a helmet during a bike accident.
It's super important, and it's $5 for bike helmets and $5 for safety gear. So elbow pads, wrist guards, knee pads, things like that.
That's pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. So you make your appointment. You can come in April, and you get the $5 helmet.
Yes.
Pretty sweet. All right.
Look
at you ready.
Do you want me to fix your helmet for you?
I was going to say, I don't think it fits right, buddy. I think we're breaking Miss Brittany's rules already.
Look at you.
Okay, apparently that's not right.
That is not right. But, Connor, you did exactly what I wanted you to do. So when a lot of kids put their helmets on, it goes back like this, and you can see their pretty little foreheads. I don't want to see that. Because that can't protect then in an accident.
Right.
So you want to make sure that it's straight on. This line should be vertical to the ground, and you shouldn't see more than 2 fingers of their forehead under there.
Okay.
And then there's a ratchet on ours. Connor, can you look at that pretty blue wall again?
Can you look over here for me?
There is a ratchet on ours like this that becomes bigger and smaller, so it sizes them to fit their skulls.
Okay, like how these were just buckets on their head.
Exactly. This is
gonna kind of squeeze them a little bit.
It's gonna make it snug. So when I take it off and on, it should.
Good.
Good.
Does that feel so different than the?
We did not prompt him to say that.
We did not. He is not. I gave him a donut before we came. That was the only bribery necessary for him to just get
donut.
Here. Oh, you cookies. Sorry, you had
4 cookies.
4 cookies. And so these come down just like this.
Okay.
It should be right under. It should come to like a Y or a V.
Okay.
So this back strap is what's going to hold the back of his helmet on, and the front holds the front of his helmet. So it should come to a Y or V. Connor, can you look right at me? Thank you, buddy. So you adjust both of them. You don't want them to be twisted. Okay. So you adjust them just like this. And then can you look straight at me, buddy? And then you have the clip under here.
Okay.
So whenever it's under here, you want it to be snug.
Yeah, things all start to get loosey.
Yes. You want it to be snug. So basically, if they fall off, you don't want it to move off their heads. Right?
Okay.
So Connor, can you shake your head for me
really fast? Like you're drying off from the shower.
So that should stay.
Oh, that's staying right there.
That looks great. Good job, buddy.
You can stop.
And then you see how I can fit a finger under here? Mm-hmm. That's good. That looks great.
Okay, so a finger under the chin is totally allowed. A finger up in here.
Just a finger here. Okay. This should be snug taking it off and on.
Got it.
Now, Connor, can you say ah? As long as he can do that, it's not too tight. I get a lot of parents saying they say it's too tight. If they can open their mouths, they're okay.
If they can open their mouths.
Good job, buddy. And then just one finger under here. If he can take off his helmet by like pushing it over rather than having to unbuckle it, then it's too loose.
Got it. And what is
this?
Dealie?
This is really nice. This is a chin pillow, so it keeps you from pinching your kid's neck whenever you put it on them.
Oh.
Because once you do that, they will never.
You need that?
Because I pinched my chin before.
You have pinched your chin before.
And my.
So yeah, when they start getting more independent and they want to start doing it themselves, you do run into this like, that's gonna hurt so bad.
I pinched it on my finger.
Yeah, so that's a pinch guard. So it's not necessary to the safety of it.
It's just a convenience.
It is a convenience of not maybe make us wear them more often. Good job, bud.
He's a pro.
It's like you've worn a helmet before. So when we're looking on the inside here too, I know some of this foam, does this come out after a while? Do you leave it all intact?
So the foam is actually nothing to do with protecting you in a crash. The foam is specifically there to help fit their head to the helmet. So it helps them in a crash versus the fact that it fits them properly. But this does nothing for them if they're in an accident. That's
not going to do it.
It's only there to help it fit properly. Yes, exactly. So as they get bigger, if it's too tight, take the pads out. If it fits nice and snug without the pads, that's fine. You don't have to have them. It's to make them fit better to the helmet.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I guess almost stand up. Tell Brittany does that a lot more than I do. Oh yeah, I think we got another question.
Besides the biking helmets, what other helmets can you fit and offer?
Oh, okay.
We only fit bicycle helmets.
Because I think it's because those skateboard helmets, not a whole lot to them. So I think it's mainly this.
We're not professionals on the skateboard helmets.
Yeah.
We know a lot about the bike helmets. It's really hard because you can't adjust a skateboard helmet down. So if you don't bring us the exact size, it really
so
can't
making
work.
sure it's nice and snug.
Yes.
Not wiggling around and making sure those two pieces
exactly.
are really...
That's what you're looking for in a skateboard helmet, is that it is snug. It shouldn't be wobbling around on their head.
That's super helpful. So what kind of activities do we want to see our kids wearing these helmets on? Whether...
Any kind of helmet, right? Yes. You want to have them wear a helmet appropriate for their sport or whatever for anything that has wheels. So if they're on the hoverboard, they should be wearing a helmet.
Wheels. I feel like we should say that one more time.
Anything with wheels other than your car.
Okay.
Whether that's like a four-wheeler, you're wearing a four-wheeling helmet, bicycle helmets, scooters and skateboarding helmets, things like that. Go-kart, yes, you'll definitely want to wear a helmet.
And it has one.
All right, gotta start wearing our
Yes,
helmet.
you want to wear a helmet on anything, especially hoverboards. Those, I
Okay.
mean, kids are just toppling off of those.
Yeah.
So wearing your helmet when you're on a hoverboard is super important.
All right, and how about how old should we be when we start wearing helmets?
Yes,
Because
so-
our brothers like to do their
They're
scooters.
3.
They're
three,
and
right?
They have helmets, but how young are we talking?
They wear their helmets on a scooter.
On
They
their
do-
scooter.
that's
and I have
good.
4 wheels.
That's good because we want them to start wearing helmets after, so they should really start whenever they're on bikes and things.
Okay.
They cannot wear a helmet under 12 months.
Okay.
So if they're under 12 months old and you have them, and like some people carry them around, obviously we don't have a lot of 6-month-olds out there on their trikes.
Right.
It's on their bike trailers and their bike rides
Got
and
it.
things. We really recommend you not putting them on those because they can't wear the helmet yet.
Got it.
Their necks can't support the extra weight of the helmet.
Okay.
So waiting to put them in carriers and trailers and things until they can wear the helmet, so a year old.
Until they can be
Yes.
properly.
And once they're in those carriers or on bikes, they should be wearing helmets from the get-go. So past a year, start the helmet.
Super
My
helpful.
brothers have a bike.
They
Yes,
have a bike
they do
too?
have bikes. All right, what else? What else haven't we talked about yet? By all means, keep those questions coming. So we come here, we have our appointment first.
Yes.
We get our helmet fitted, $5 all through April,
$5
which is
into May even.
into May. So you have
Yeah,
lots
till
of
May
time to make
15th.
your appointments. Oh, yeah, we got another question.
How do you know when it's a good time for a new helmet?
Oh,
Another
other
good
than their big head Freds outgrowing
Yes.
them. Yes.
So there's a couple of things. If your kid's helmet doesn't fit anymore, you need to get a new helmet. If it's been in a crash, so if they've taken a tumble off there's breaks in the foam, it's destroyed essentially,
You're
need
actually
to get a
seeing
new helmet.
the wear and
Yes.
tear to it.
Yes, you're seeing the wear and tear to it, and then every 5 years. So typically helmets
Okay.
are good for about 5 years of use.
Okay,
and then
that
you
goes
need
for
to replace
adults
them.
too,
Yes.
or are we talking just our kids?
Yep.
Okay.
Adults too. 5 years of use, and you should be getting a new helmet.
Okay. That's good to know. That's a lot of playtime in 5 years.
Yes. And do you know why I want you to wear a helmet, Connor?
Yeah, so you don't.
What does it protect? What does it protect?
Your head.
Your head.
Your
How many
head.
brains do you have in here? Do you know?
1.
One, and you only get one.
You
so
only
we really
get one.
want to
That's a
make sure
great
you
point.
were protected. That's what we say all the time is
Well,
you only get
we
one.
were
brain.
laughing. I can see like little scuff marks, and this is a nice little road rash one we had. And that might have just been walking with the helmet on that this happened. So, yes.
Yes,
I
they're very
dropped-
important.
I dropped
And
it
dropping
like
it
a
sometimes, but
I dropped
a couple
it
of
on the
these
road.
have some pretty decent
Oh, yeah.
marks on them already.
Wearing a properly fitted helmet reduces their risk of brain injury by 75%. So it's a huge
lot.
margin. It's a huge margin. And it's 100% preventable when you wear the helmet
Yeah.
properly. You're preventing those injuries that can happen just simply by putting it on.
I think it's a good reminder for parents too. We're so
Yes.
fortunate in St. Louis and in the metro area to have so many bike trails. And
Yes.
especially this time of year. I mean,
Mhm.
today's going to be gorgeous, and we're going to see so many people out there. So it's a good reminder for parents
Oh,
and
yes.
kids alike.
Because if you're not wearing your helmet, he's not going to wear his.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Always good to remember. Okay, let's not like the helmet anymore. I know.
Just clean it up
We're
for
going to
Mom.
polish it. We're very proud of the helmet now. Well, do you have any questions for Miss Brittany?
No.
I think that's answered
You
all
did
my
great.
questions. And this is basically kind of what a helmet fitting appointment looks
Yes,
like.
yes.
It's a good 15 minutes, good
Come
chat.
in, get it all fit, answer any questions, then you're done.
You're done. Thank you so much, Connor. Great job, buddy.
Yeah.
You've earned another cookie, I think.
Or another strawberry.
Or some more strawberries.
strawberry.
See, there you go. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will be back next week, same time, 11 o'clock on Fridays, to talk to our orthopedic team about injury prevention for your young athletes. So different stretches and mobility that you can use to prevent these ACL tears and shoulder blowouts that we're seeing for some of our kids these days. Thank you guys so much. We look forward to talking to you again soon.